So we are the Friday after having to turn over one of our foster children back to his mother. It was a pretty hard one, as he was our first placement. It was pretty hard. Today's a better day than I've had pretty much all week. I did get to speak at church, which really helped me process some things, process some lessons that God's been teaching me over these last few months, and process how they play into kind of getting me and my family through this really, really difficult moment. So I think I'm gonna work on a series of videos that kind of dig into each one of those lessons a little bit deeper than what I did on Wednesday night. I think we're going to delve into the period of my life where these lessons were taught to me by God, kind of what brought them about, and then we're gonna talk about some scripture that validates these lessons, that gives us some guidance, or at least I guess validation is the right term. Scripture that better defines those lessons, that gives it backing, that shows that the lessons are biblical in nature. Because that's one thing that I feel like we can, if we don't tie things to scripture, we can get way out over our skis in what we think is the right lesson. I've found that I will start to look at things and try and figure it out, and I will arrive at something that I think is perfectly reasonable and moral, and then when I try and find a scriptural basis for what it is that I'm trying to learn or trying to take as a lesson to guide my life moving forward, it doesn't have scriptural basis. And that's a problem. So we'll move forward in kind of 3 steps. I will share about the parts of my life and what I was doing in those periods. As well as kind of what happened to guide me towards learning that lesson. We'll talk about the lesson itself, and then we will talk a little bit about scripture that goes along with it. So, guys, I appreciate your time. I thank you for listening to this, for watching this, and I'm looking forward to putting all of these things together and being able to share. This isn't I'm not teaching here. Let's be clear. I'm not teaching you about doctrine. I'm not teaching you about scriptural interpretation. What I am sharing with you is my journey, the walk that I have and the relationship that I have with Jesus Christ, and how I navigate that relationship, how it's formed, and how it guides me in my daily life. Because that's one thing that I think is very, very, very missed in a lot of worship, in a lot of church services. How does Scripture and your relationship with Christ guide you in your daily life? So, what I'm doing is sharing one example of that, sharing my experience with God, and hopefully giving some other new Christians an idea of where to start. Anyways, have a good one, fellas and ladies. We'll catch you later. Bye.